Of the many art forms known to us, music is one that flows seamlessly, surpassing man-made boundaries. In India, music comes with a sacrosanct association with Samaveda, and the knowledge of these melodies has been dispersed from one generation to another in the form of Carnatic and Hindustani music. The 7 notes of the Indian classical scale are taught as swaras, which make up several ragas and compositions. But have we gone beyond the sonorous features of these notes? Did you know that these swaras have attributes that nobody had ever thought of?
Swato ranjayatiti swaraha. That which can please on its own is a swara. Unlike shrutis or the microtones that can only be heard or felt as they have an abstract movement between notes, swara has a firm position that can be held. Shajja, Rishabha, Gandhara, Madhyama, Panchama, Dhaivata and Nishada, the 7 notes claiming antiquity along with the Samaveda are represented by the syllables Sa, Ri, Ga, Ma, Pa, Dha, Ni in Indian music. Notes are universal. Names may vary. They are the backbone of all music. The entire gamut of ragas, with all their nuances and subtle flourishes, subsists solely on the strength of the Sapta Swaras.
A polymath whose talents have taken him far and wide across the world, Shri H.N. Suresh, Director of Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan, Bangalore, is a man of rare creative abilities. A born artist, his paintings are not just interpretations of the human world, but also that of cosmic manifestations and their connections with earthly elements. A classic example being his Nakshatra and Rashi paintings. H.N. Suresh's keen eye for detail piqued his interests deep into astrology and astronomy, and the spectrum of time and space gave us the Nakshatra, Rashi and Ashtadikpalaka paintings, which elaborated upon the characteristics of these celestial bodies.
H.N. Suresh at the Bharati Vidya Bhavan. Paintings which have come out here are very well based on the real, true, astronomically oriented astrology. I would like to say just one thing, that Suresh has taken pains to see to the roots and the causes of these 9 planets.
It is also a combination of a deep study of astrology and astronomy, and we are sure the people all over the globe will be very much interested to see and enjoy and learn the various things which have come out with a deep study of astronomy.
This painting is known as Navagraha Mandala. In this painting you will see Sun, Moon, Mars, and then the Rahu is known as the dragon's head, and the Shani, the Saturn, and Ketu, the dragon's tail, and Guru, who is known also as Jupiter, then Buddha, the Mercury, and of course Shukra, the Venus. This is the Navagraha in our concept.
A beautiful blend of space and time exists in the form of music, which led to Swara Raga Chitra creations. Sri Tattvanidhi, attributed to His Royal Highness Maharaja of Mysore Krishnaraja Warrior III, throws light on the fact that every swara has a connection with cosmology and nature.
My revered ancestor, Sri Mummadi Krishnaraja Warrior, Maharaja of Mysore, was a avid musicologist amongst many other things, and in many senses the culture, Samskriti and entire heritage of the Deccan was preserved in his work, the magnum opus that was the Sri Tattvanidhi. A section of it concerns our Carnatic classical music, and today Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan, with the assistance of many others, has created a small exhibition highlighting the many ragas, the information pertaining to those, and then also the notes within the Sangeeta and the science behind it and its application. Furthermore, all information related to it has been highlighted, which has been brought out via the Sri Tattvanidhi. It is truly a much needed work, and it's brought out at the right time, and hopefully it will be an aid to musicologists, musicians, and all those within the sphere of Carnatic classical to better understand our music and where it came from and the science behind it and the depth of knowledge that goes into our music, beyond just the fact that it is music, rather that it is more a science. And it is truly endearing to see Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan do such work, and we hope to be associated in any which way that they ask for us to be in, and we wish the whole event a very grand success.
In music, a composition's rendition is measured by tala, which is a time aspect, whereas the distance that we travel, thanks to the alapana or melody, is space. In his paintings, Shri H.N. Suresh has layered the 7 swaras in a heptagonal shape, connected to the 6 chakras which culminate in the Saptama chakra. Let us hear what Shatavadhani Dr. R. Ganesh has to say about it.
In our tradition, sound and sight, they are very well amalgamated. Shravas and Chakshus, these two are very well integrated, because in any comprehension, in any perception, these two sense organs play a very, very important role. They play a very important role as such because they are distance perceptive, and at the same time they deal with our emotions in a subtler and more aesthetically appealing manner. And here in our raga features, both the swara patterns and even the raga patterns, we have lot to operate from the perspective of sight. However, we have the end product, very beautiful and enchanting forms in the way of paintings, ragamala, swaramala paintings. Both in the Hindustani and in the Carnatic musical formats, we have very many ragamala paintings.
Establishing the connect between swaras and nature, the Swara Raga paintings show us that every swara has a Rashi, an Adidevata, a Vahana, Gana, and a Nakshatra, amongst other elements.
The Swaravriksha, Swarasasya, Swaravallari, and then Swarapakshi, Swaraprani, like that, all are connected together. Why in the Amarakosha itself, Shadjam Mayuro, Vadati, Gavar, Shabhavashana, Ajavikantu Gandharam, Krauncha, Kunati Madhyamam, like that we have all the birds and animals which represent these swaras.
Let us start with the defining note of the musical scale Sa. Ruled by the Agni Devata, Shadja's Rashi is Kumbha. It belongs to the Rakshasa Gana, is associated with Hamsa Vahana, and earth is its element.
Shat sthaneshu jayate iti. Shadja is the primeval, primordial, primary sound represented by Sa, which is born in 6 positions, assuming the nature of the other 6 notes, Riga, Mapa, Dha and Ni. That is because, as a monotone, it may be conceived as any note, and all other notes exist just in relation to this basic note, which is equivalent to the pranava or onkara.
Rishabha's Devata is Brahma. Belonging to the Rakshasa Gana, the Swara's Rashi is Tula and is associated with the color indigo, and water is one of the 5 basic elements of nature.
The 2 variants of Rishabha, lower and higher, are known as Shuddha Rishabha and Chatushruti Rishabha in the Carnatic system, while the Hindustani system recognizes them as Komal and Shuddha Rishabhas. Both maintain their unique relation with the Adhara Shadja. Komal Rishabh is a serene note resting close to Shadja, with the power to lift the mood to one in contemplation.
Ga. Gandhara is linked to the Dravida Parvata. This Swara belonging to Makara Rashi has Bherunda for its Vahana and goddess Saraswati is its Adidevate.
The note Gandhara, named after the country of Gandhara, plays a significant role in the blooming progression of a raga. Of the 2 positions that the Gandhara takes, the lower is known as Sadharana Gandhara in the South Indian system and Komal Gandhara in the northern.
Goddess Parvati is the angel for Ma, also known as Madhyama. This Simha Rashi Swara's element is air or Vayu, and it belongs to Makha Nakshatra.
Madhyama, aptly called so, is the middle note in an octave of 7 notes, Sarigama Padani, equally belonging to triad of notes before and after Sariga and Padani.
Dadima Vriksha is associated with the Uttara Nakshatra Swara Pa or Panchama. Sky being its element and Kanya being its Rashi, Panchama's Adidevate is Vishnu.
Panchama is the 5th note in the 7-note octave. Staying exactly midway between the Adhara and Tara Shadjas in terms of frequency, its consonant affinity for Shadja is acclaimed as the cycle of 5th, Shadja Panchama Bhava. Like Shadja, it is a natural note, firmly fixed in its position with no alternative.
Manasa Parvata and Draksha Vriksha are associated with the or the Swara Daivata. Its Adidevata is Surya and it belongs to Purvashada Nakshatra.
The 6th note Daivata is twin-faced in its Komal and Shuddha or Shuddha and Chatushruti forms. Sounds sonorous when held straight in its own position, and mellifluous with its leanings towards its closest natural note Panchama.
The 7th note Ni or Nishada's Adidevata is Ganesha. This Vrishchika Rashi Swara's Nakshatra is Anuradha and has Gaurvanka for its Vahana.
Nishada, the ultimate note in the Swara Saptaka, the culminating point. With this note elaborated in combination with other notes, a raga sees its consummation and is all set to rest in the Tara Shadja. While Raga Haimavati fondles the lower Nishada Ni1, also known as Kaishiki, the Hindustani Rag Bhairav felicitates the higher note Ni2 or Shuddha Nishad.
A careful look at these paintings will help you observe the other attributes of each Swara, such as the island or Dvipa, tree, day of the week, Chandasu, river, bird, and chakras.
Shri H.N. Suresh is a Dashavatari or Shatavatari because I have known him in various facets of his activities. So when I met him and introduced himself in London first, then later in Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan, Bangalore, he was so simple, not only in external wares but also in his talk, in his expressions, in his movements, in his context. Was so simple and so humble. I just recently came to know about his strength to draw arts, paintings, and in this painting it was not a just painting of the general word of painting. It was an expression by itself. He is a very rare personality and is a rare way of expression of paintings in the whole world. Now I should say that each one painting has expressed itself, whatever he wants to convey through that. So it is not only one aspect, like in music it is the deep rooted knowledge of music, and each raga, suppose we take each raga, it is Hindustani, it is Karnataki, it is South, North, West, East, everything is included in that. So I would only say that this is a very rare way of expressing himself as well as the India's richest knowledge. So this is the real expression of India and its rich heritage and culture, knowledge. So I would say that this knowledge should go reach the world outside. This collection of his arts is nothing but an expression of knowledge, and this type of communication through the art is very difficult. I would say impossible. And finally I would say it is amazing, totally amazing.
16 ragas were chosen for this feat by Shri H.N. Suresh. Each raga painting has a tree. Personified on one side of the tree is the Carnatic form of a raga, and on the other side its Hindustani counterpart. Audio of both the versions of the raga has been attached to the paintings, where patrons of art can hear artists of Carnatic and Hindustani render alap of every raga, which finally culminates into a melodic crescendo. You can't see the wind, but you can feel it. The same was true about ragas as well, but the genius of H.N. Suresh has brought an embodiment of melodic structures on a canvas.
It gives me a great pleasure to see these beautiful paintings because I know Suresh is a great artist. I have seen his nakshatra, graha, etc. But this is the first time I saw that every rag has a kundali or horoscope with adhidaivata, birds, nature, and the bhava and the emotions, both in Hindustani as well as in Carnatic music. This is something I have never seen before. This is an extraordinary effort to show a raga like a human being, and both in a northern style and a southern style. And when you see that the purpose of the raga also, you can feel it. The correct word in Hindi is mehsoos. You understand that, and that is what I saw in Suresh's new adventure of these paintings. Because before this I have seen Nakshatra Malika, Graha Malika. They are different. This is much more different than that, and it's a great revival of Mummadi Krishnaraja Wadayar of Mysore Sansthan, and his book he talks about it, but Suresh has brought it to the extra edition plus much more life and lives of those ragas to real life.
Ramkali, a raga that takes 5 notes in the ascending scale and 7 in the descending. Ramkali is a morning raga, and in the painting it portrays a lady love pampered by her man.
Muthuswami Dikshita's composition, Rama Rama Kali Kalusha Virama, is a grand reference to this raga. Derived from the 15th Mela Maya Malava Gaula,
गमद गदन
Rag Ramkali. This is a very beautiful and popular rag of Bhairav That. This rag is sung with Bhairav Ang, which brings out the freshness and the tenderness of the morning. The jati of this rag is Shadava Sampurna. The swaras used are Komalri, Tivraga, Shuddhama and Tivrama, Komaldha and Tivrani.
I'm very happy to be here this evening. I'm happy to know that he has created 8 Ragamalikyas and 7 Swara Chitras. The name itself, that 8 ragas depicted in the form of visual format, and you can understand the importance or variations of each raga and each swara. And he's also given some astrological background also in the pictures. Those who are keen on knowing about that, these pictures are quite helpful. And I'm happy that he is carrying forward our heritage in modern format so that the younger generation could understand this. And I wish him well, and I wish him all the best.
Vasanta, an ancient raga. Vasanta means spring, a harbinger of hope and light. And unfurled on the canvas is the season's magical hues of an evergreen forest and a delightful bond between Lord Krishna and his Gopikas. Its Hindustani counterpart, Lalat, brims with introspection, and this delightful morning raga has been depicted with a celebration in the painting.
This raga is vibrant and brings the mind close to nature. The fresh fragrance in the forest, the magnificent mountains with beautiful green valleys, the chirping of birds and grazing animals evoke the raga Vasanta. The swaras taken by this raga are Shuddha Rishabha, Antara Gandhara, Shuddha Madhyama, Chatushruti Dhaivata and Kakali Nishada. The raga comprises characteristic phrases. An auspicious evening raga with Gandhara, Madhyama, Dhaivata and also Nishada as important swaras. This raga is used to express playfulness and enjoyment. Rag Lalat. Lalat is a very beautiful and popular rag. A serene, introspective melody, Rag Lalat, belonging to Marva That, is a Shadav Jati, sung in the morning. Swaras used are Komalri, Tivraga, both Shuddh and Tivrama, Tivradha and Tivrani.
Kedara. Believed to be associated with Lord Shiva, the Adi Guru Dakshinamurti, Kedara represents dispersing of knowledge and education as portrayed in the painting. Its Hindustani counterpart is Rag Tilang, a cheerful tune which depicts a great bond between the Lord and his devotees. Shubhapantu Varali, a raga used during festivities in northern India. Shubhapantu Varali evokes devotion, taking the listener to a meditative mood.
This raga is believed to attract birds and animals. It is an ancient raga with great scope for elaboration, with the swinging movement between Madhyama, Gandhara and Rishabha. The raga elevates one to a meditative mood.
Complementing this raga in Hindustani is Miya Ki Todi. As depicted in the painting, unfolds a devotion unparalleled towards the Creator.
This rag conveys the pathos and bhakti. The use of Pancham in Avaroha gives a sense of solace and peace, depicting the vibrance of the element of bhakti.
Hindola, a soothing raga, popular amongst musicians and music lovers. Hindola and its Hindustani equivalent Malkauns evokes both bhakti and Shringara. In the painting, lovers are seated on a swing, a metaphoric representation of the undulating notes of the raga, and are lost in each other's eyes.
This raga, with its undulating movements, portrays in rich colors a romantic setup where the lovers are seated on a swing, lost in each other, enjoying the music and services offered by the maids. Malkauns is a very old popular rag, practiced from many centuries, having a very special place in the hearts of music lovers.
Amrutavarshini, the joy of dark rain clouds and the smell of the earth, bringing hope to dry parched lands. Amrutavarshini is a raga that worships the pitter-patter of raindrops. In the painting, one can notice the excitement of the peacocks in celebration to welcome the promising showers of the monsoon.
Mala Shri belongs to Kalyan Thaat. It is an Audav Jati rag. This rag is not popular in Hindustani music despite being a very beautiful one. Swaras used are Shuddhaga, Tivrama, Pancham and Shuddhani. The rag is laden with intricate phrases, revealing only to hard practice and pursuit. A captivating popular raga Abheri is derived from 22nd Mela Karaharapriya. Taking 5 notes in the ascending scale and 7 notes in the descending scale, this raga is classified as Audava Sampurna.
Its Hindustani peer Bhim Palasi depicts an amorous atmosphere.
This lovely melody brings out the essence of the colors of intimate romance. Belonging to Kafi thought, the jati is Audav Sampurna. This is sung in the afternoon. Swaras used are Tivrari, Komal Ga, Shuddhama, Tivra Dha and Komal Ni.
Lalita, passionate moments between a lady and her lover have been brought to life on the canvas, which spills forth the beauty of Raga Lalita. Lalat, its Hindustani counterpart, brings forth compositions in obeisance to the Supreme Infinite. Shri H.N. Suresh has not just created works of art, but he has given us a rare opportunity to embrace a fact that every element in the universe is interconnected and every entity is linked with another to form a universal bond which cannot be broken. May his ilk grow.